Structure your presentation for impact. It's a big deal. There's planning behind each and every single slide that you have. If you're going to use slides, if you're going to sit down and speak extemporaneously without any type of notes or whatever, takes a lot of planning and a lot of practicing in the process. Build your presentation, translate your major headings from in your outlines into titles for slides. Build the bullet points in your slide, but first of all, get everything down pat, organize it, compose it, limit the time you spend on formatting. Not every point requires a visual. A lot of times I put some type of graphic on every other slide rather than all of them. Work with templates. It helps you because you can get that burden off of your mind by using something already prefabricated. And then proofread, revise as you go through. There's a slide sorter viewpoint. You can actually edit from that as well. That works really handy. And then make certain it's appealing and make certain the points you have that they're readable, that the audience can see. I try to keep my slides about 3 points per slide. And that way, once again, there's not overly cramped. I try to keep the points between 24 and 28 pitch on the slides. It depends what you want. So 7 points for a powerful presentation. Start with text, write it out. Okay, select your background and fonts. I start with the text. I put the text on the slide. Then I choose my background and the fonts. Then I choose images that'll help communicate that message, and then create the graphics that go with it. And then add special effects, create hyperlinks. Be careful on hyperlinks. Sometimes they'll get jammed up in the process. And then move your presentation online in the process. So it depends what you're doing. On your delivery method, be careful on memorization. Sometimes you have a quote down pat, you're better off putting it in writing over here. There's an old quote that I use a lot of times by a great philosopher, Seneca. He says, "He who decides a matter without hearing the other side, though he decides justly, cannot be considered just." I'm talking about decision-making, about listening to people before you make a tough decision. It's a big deal. The problem is every once in a while, my brain sits down there, sputters, and I miss a word or two, and then it throws the whole thing off. Memorization, even for people that have been doing this a long time, is not a good process at all. So don't do the memorization. If you have something, use your fingers. 1, 2, 3. Maybe write the points on your fingers over here in pen that they can't see. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Reading from notes. Don't ever read your stuff. Don't read your stuff. Did I tell you, by the way? Don't read your stuff. Don't read it. Don't read it. You will bore people. They will become frustrated. They'll look at you as incompetent. You don't want to read from your notes. No, 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 no. Don't do it. Extemporaneous position or presentation, or in the process, you want to sit down. That is exactly what people like. They like to think you're doing it all out there. You know, a 4x6 note card really is handy, but make certain it's got big font in it, and it should just have your main things on in the process. So having 5 or 6 note cards, or a sheet of paper, or 2 sheets of paper. If you have a podium, put the stuff on your podium. Make certain that it's extemporaneous and you're speaking most of it in the process from your mind as you go through your presentation. Your PowerPoint looks extemporaneous, but it's not. Your PowerPoint actually is a matter of reminding yourself of what you planned on saying because you already planned it. So PowerPoint really is a big thing. Know the 7 steps. Make certain your text, background, choose your images, graphics, the special effects, have hyperlinks. Be cautious on the hyperlinks, and then online. Make certain if you use a lot of technology in your presentation that you test the technology and make certain it all works. Sometimes technology goes offline and you're stranded over there, not knowing what you're going to be talking about because it was all online. In the process. I've been there and I've done that. So be cautious on it, but know those 7 steps. Start and then build, structure it to have an impact with your audience. Take care.